Hi friends, this is Adam Hill with Extra Life Triathlon Fitness and a brief race recap from Ironman Arizona 2016. I raced it last week, and as you can see I got my finisher's hat and my finisher's shirt, which of course means that I finished. I had a personal best day. I had almost a 30-minute PR over Vineman a few months ago. So my newest PR time is 9 hours and 28 minutes. That's a 108 swim, a 453 bike, and a 320 run. And I was just over the moon about that result. I would have never imagined that I could have topped 9 hours, 30 minutes, let alone 10 hours earlier this year. And today I accomplished both of those goals. I have a little note right below my bike on my trainer that says 9 hours, and that is my pie in the sky goal. And I keep inching closer towards it, and I'm really, really excited to how close I got this time around. So 9 hours and 28 minutes was an exceptional day. The weather was perfect. There was clouds in the sky, so we didn't have a lot of direct sunlight. Not a ton of wind. It was not too cool, not too cold in the morning. So it was absolutely perfect weather, perfect day for a PR, and that was evident by the overall winner of the race, Lionel Sanders, who did a 9:44 Ironman world record time. So perfect day, perfect conditions, everything went very well, and I couldn't be more excited about it. So that earned me 7th place in my age division, which is 35 to 39. That's 81st overall and 41st amateur, I believe. So I missed a Kona slot, unfortunately. I watched the 45 to 49-year-olds roll down to 7th place. Then I watched the 40 to 44-year-olds roll down to 7th place. And then 35 to 39 were snatched up by the first three. So that's just kind of the name of the game. You got to be fast and you have to be lucky sometimes. And I just wasn't really that lucky, and I wasn't really fast enough. But a very competitive age group. A lot of really fast guys. I was not even expecting to break the top 10, and I did. So I'm exceptionally super excited about how I performed against a competitive field at Ironman Arizona. A few things about the course. If you're thinking of racing it next year, don't expect to have the kinds of perfect conditions we had this year. Even though it could be really mild and really nice like that, it's always best to expect the unexpected. It could be really hot, could be really cold like it was in 2015. However, and it could be really windy. But just looking at the course dynamics, just expect anything. The swim, for what it is relatively easy. It's a rolling start. Since they've done away with the mass start, the rolling start makes it much easier and spreads it out very quickly. I had zero contact on the way out except for at the turnaround, and the contact was very, very minimal. It was a very easy swim. I was a little disappointed with my swim time, but all that aside, the swim itself was very easy, very calm. No issues whatsoever. It's going to be a wetsuit legal swim. I opted for the full suit. I probably could have gotten away with a sleeveless this time around, and if I had it to do over again, that's what I would wear. But again, it was a warmer swim this year. In colder weather, it's always going to be a full suit kind of swim unless you're really crazy. The bike is 3 loops, and that can be a little bit mind-numbing, having to go back 2 more times after coming in the first time. However, it is pretty easy to break up because the way out is mostly a slight uphill. So it goes out for the 18 or so miles that it does. It's slightly uphill, which can be a bit of a slog. But if you have it in the mindset that once you turn around, you get a lot of speed, you get to go fast, and it's a lot of fun. It really helps you to kind of look forward to that next part. Just stay within yourself, keep the pace easy, and then you can make it to the turnaround and really, really rock it on the way back home. Don't get too discouraged by your speed and your pace on the way out, because on the way back you're more than going to make up for it. So when you do that 3 times, what's nice about it is that on the way back the 3rd time, you get to recover a little bit and prepare for your run. So getting that downhill, and if there's a little bit of a tailwind, you're going to get, or maybe even a lot of a tailwind, you're going to get a very nice recovery in preparation for that run. So yeah, the bike is pretty flat, pretty easy. But given that it's flat, you're also going to be constantly grinding on there. So just keep that in mind during your training. For the run is also very flat, except for one portion on the backside that is that has just a little bit of a hill. So you climb over that hill. Once it's downhill, it's all pretty flat from there. It could be a deceptive course, deceptively easy course, that is, because if the sun is out, it will get pretty hot, pretty dry. You're going to have to remember to stay hydrated. Again, this year we didn't have to worry too much about it. It stayed really cool, really overcast, and so it was a nice, fast run. Uh, what I focus on within my training is not just the physical aspect. It's not just the getting out and doing intervals and doing easy, steady state or long, slow distance or anything like that. While that is important to focus on, while it's getting in the volume is certainly important, 90% of the Ironman racing, I believe, is a mental game. It's especially when you get to the run, it's mental. Your body and your mind are telling you to stop. And so you have to train yourself to get through those points, on how to get through those points, and how to remind yourself that your body is capable of accomplishing these great feats. And so what I was able to do during this entire race that helped it to be a big success for me, especially during the run, was to stay in every single moment, to make sure that I was just staying in the present, always assessing how my body was feeling, how I was doing, how I was performing at any given moment, getting in that hydration, just taking the steps, and then focusing on my breathing and focusing on my energy level, my effort. And that always helped me to just look at directly into the present. Otherwise, I would get in the habit of saying, gosh, I've just done a 10K and now I've still got 20 miles left, or I've gone through half of it and I still have 13 miles left. That's what used to drive me crazy in the past. That's what made me say, I'm just going to walk this aid station, or I'm just going to walk for the next little bit, and that would end my marathon. But this time around, but these last couple of races, I've been able to do that. I've been able to focus on my breathing. I've been able to back it off a bit when I started feeling a little nauseous or GI issues. I've been able to regain myself, and then I've been able to pick up the pace. And the paces I had in this marathon were faster than any of the others than any of my other races. And I was just so exceptionally proud and happy about the run I did. I remember those first 2 miles I ticked off at under 7 20-minute miles. And I thought I was just cooking it too hard, but I just felt so good, so I kept with that pace. I only ended up slowing down a little bit. In the middle, I did slow down quite a bit when I started getting GI issues. I backed it off. I reassessed. I focused again on my breathing, and then I was able to actually get a second wind and get back into the maybe 7:45-minute miles for the rest of the run. So a great run, great race overall. Really proud and really happy with how I paced it and how it went. And I'm just really excited for the future now. If you're interested in doing Ironman Arizona or any other race next year, and you want to make the most of your training, and you want to look for that next PR, and you want to conquer the mental game, then contact us at Extra Life Triathlon Fitness and visit our website at www.extralifetrifit.com and sign up for one of our training plans, or you get direct consultation from me. We'll give you an assessment and figure out what the best customized training plan you can have is. We'll give you some visualization techniques, meditation, and get you into some breathing techniques that can really help you to conquer this distance. So really hope for the best for you. Have a great off season, have a great training season, and happy training.